Last week we found out that, hey, will you look at that? Defense lawyers have been tapped by the American government, wiretapped. Gee, I wonder why they're doing a hunger strike. I wonder why the detainees are unhappy about their situation and willing to risk their lives to make a point about it. Well, we find out from Rick Kamen, who's a lawyer for Abdullah Rahim al-Nashiri. Defense emails have ended up being provided to the prosecution. Material has disappeared off the defense server and sometimes reappeared in different formats or with different names. Gee, I wonder what happened there. What a wonderful coincidence that the people trying to defend the Gitmo detainees wind up having all their material disappear off their server and later appear under different names. Well, if you think it's a coincidence, one, you're an idiot. Two, I'm going to prove what an idiot you are as we continue in the story. Commander Walter Ruiz is a military defense counsel. He says, quote, "This follows on the heels of the seizure of over 500,000 emails containing attorney-client privilege communications, as well as the loss of significant amount of defense work product contained in shared folders." Oh, golly gee, did we just happen to take 500,000 emails containing attorney-client privilege? What another gosh darn coincidence. Oopsie doopsie. They also realized that there was missing files from defense from not only their shared servers, but their personal servers. Oh, did I just happen to get all the defense files from that server, and not only the ones you share, but your own personal ones? Well, that seems like another wild coincidence that you happen to hit all the servers that are belonging to the defense attorneys of these detainees. Golly gee. Well, if you think that was a coincidence, I got another one for you. Earlier, they had found listening devices disguised as smoke detectors in 2 meeting rooms that were being used by attorneys and their clients to have attorney-client privileged conversations. Oh, golly gee, how did that listening device get into the smoke detector? Another wild coincidence. Yeah, I'm sure that has nothing to do with the fact that we're obviously desperate to try to find any evidence against these guys down in Guantanamo Bay, because there's some chance we don't have anything on a lot of them, and that we shouldn't have been keeping them all that time anyway. So these are the desperate and illegal measures our government has resorted to. By the way, it has gotten so ridiculous that sometimes they tell defense attorneys, I'm sorry, but you can't find out from your client about how he's been tortured. Why? Well, his torture is classified, so you can't have that information. But wait a minute, he experienced it, you tortured him, I would have to know that in order to conduct this case in a halfway competent manner. Nope, sorry. It's how we tortured your client is classified because we tortured him. Oh, well, now that you put it that way, that sounds great. There are 24 others that might be prosecuted. There are 7 that are facing charges. And as I told you earlier in the show, 46 detainees that are being called too dangerous to release, but we don't have enough evidence to try. They're so dangerous, we have almost no evidence on them.